seem like doors will not open, he can give you a word and a strategy and increase your salary. I know a God who is able to give you a word and a strategy and tell you exactly what you need to do to pass the test on that third time. And it has to do with this verse 8. Meditate in my word day and night. And the directions he gave me was to open up his word and read Proverbs chapters 1, 2, and 3 and meditate in it. And once I got through meditating it, open up your books and begin to study for your exam. Did that for 3 months. Tapped into the wisdom of God. He began to unlock my understanding. I took that test and I aced the exam on the third time. So he knows what you need if you're looking for employment. He'll give you a word and a strategy. He knows what to do if you need increase in your income. He knows how to do that. It's a word and a strategy. Huh? Woo, Jesus, but you got to keep the word in your mouth. You got to meditate in this word. And do everything that it is that he has told you to do. That's why the Bible says if you're willing and obedient, you'll eat the good of the land. He never said just be willing, but you also had to be obedient. But I got a biblical example for you if that's not good enough. If my testimony is not good enough, I got another one for you. Genesis 39. Keep up with my time. Talk to you a little bit about Joseph. I love Joseph. Woo. So Joseph was the youngest of his brothers. He was born to his father in an old age. But he was favored by his father. So much so that his father made him this nice coat of many colors that separated him, made him distinct or distinguished from the rest of them. He was a dreamer. And around the age of 17, God begins to give him a dream. And he began to talk to his brothers and begin to tell his father about this dream. So much that he was hated the more by his brothers and rebuked by his own father. So the brothers began to devise this plan. What they decided to do, they decided they were going to sell him into slavery. And when you look at Genesis 39 and verse 1, it says, now Joseph had been taken down to Egypt. And Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, captain of the guard, he was an Egyptian, brought him from the Ishmaelites who had taken him down there. The Lord was with Joseph, and he was what? Oh, I heard prosperous and I also heard successful. All right. He's a successful man, a prosperous man, and he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian. And his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all he did to what? Prosper in his hand. And Joseph found favor in his sight and served him. Then he made him the overseer of his house, and all that he had he put under his authority. Oh my God. So it was from that time that he had made him overseer of his house and at all that he had, that the Lord blessed the Egyptian's house for Joseph's sake. And the blessing of the Lord was on all that he had in the house and in the field. Jump me to the end of verse 6. I want to talk to you a little about how good Joseph looked. It said, now Joseph was handsome in form and appearance. And the Bible says, and it came to pass in verse 7, after these things, that his master's wife cast longing eyes on Joseph, and she said, lie with me. But he refused and said to his master's wife, look, my master does not know what is with me in the house, and he has committed all that he has to my hand. There is no one greater in this house than I, nor has he kept back anything from me but you, because you are his wife. How then can I do this great wickedness and sin against God? God, I need you to raise up some youth. I need you to raise up some people in the last day that love you more than sin. That love what you love and hate what you hate, oh God. Raise them up to be on fire for you, oh God. And the Bible says that he was good to look upon, that his own master's wife began to lust after him. And the Bible says he refused. Not only did he say he called it great wickedness, he said that it was sin against God. I don't know about you, but my heart pants after God, and I don't want to be a person who's sinning before God. It's one thing to operate in integrity and not want to overdo things with your master, but it's a whole nother thing to look at and say, man, this is sin before God. This is wickedness. And so Joseph was a man, not only did he have integrity, but he also had a relationship with